I've had two questions posed recently regarding the system, and I've sent out an email and a quick how-to, but I just wanted to follow up with a video. So the first question was, how do I see who else is volunteering for overtime for a specific shift? So you want to navigate to schedules, availability, and this brings up everybody who's made themselves available to work overtime. So in this case, I'm looking at a 1 week view. You can change it to a single day or whatever. You can select whatever battalion shared filter you prefer, and then you can also select your date range. So in this example, you can see Alba has volunteered for Sunday and Monday. If you scroll, you'll see other members that have also volunteered to work those days. So this kind of gives you an idea of who else is volunteering for overtime. Okay, well, now what? What does that mean as far as where do I fall on the voluntary overtime list, which was the other question. And I do have a previous video that I made on how to create your own filters, but I will just show you briefly here my shared filter. So currently our policy shows that our voluntary lists are based off of facility. So in this case, I have a saved filter for 61 and 62. And I can just sort this out by selecting the last voluntary overtime, and it's going to show a list in chronological order where they fall. So if I'm looking at the 9th, I've got Alba, and I've got Hayden, and I've got Miller. And another thing you might want to do is look at the schedule for that particular day to determine where the overtime is located. So if I'm looking at the 9th, for example, like I said, you can see here, okay, we're short-staffed at 62 and we're short-staffed at 91. Now I do have staffing to cover those vacancies, but let's say for this example, I had to fill the overtime. If 91 was vacant and I was able to rotate someone to 62 from 61, then I'm looking at filling the overtime here. So obviously 91 is going to have dibs, and I know that I've got Hayden and Miller, then I've got Miller having last worked on the 15th and Hayden on the 24th. So just for members who aren't supervisors, just a peek on the background here, the hourly editor is where we do our work as far as filling. So if I go to the 9th, I can see everybody who volunteered here in this view. And I can sort based on availability, which floats everybody to the top. And then I could base it on the work group. You know, maybe I got someone in Battalion 1 that wants to work overtime and nobody in Battalion 2, and I need to fill something in Battalion 2. I might hit that guy up. And then I'm going to base it on the station, and then I'm going to base it on last forced overtime. And this is how we sort it. So I've got these 4 individuals. Obviously, if it's at 91, I'm focused at 91 based on our policy. And I can see here Miller and Hayden. So I can offer the overtime to Miller. And then I can update the date he worked here. All right, that's pretty much what I wanted to cover based on the 2 questions. And again, you can also reference the email I sent a few days ago. Thanks.